This season, Phoenix Wright visits the Kingdom of Khura'in to visit with Maya Fey. It looks like a normal tourist visit, but strange things are afoot. Welcome to the season premiere of Voice Acting, live from the Steel Twins recording studio in beautiful Traverse City, Michigan. It's your boys, the Cannonball, the Cannon, the Steel Twins. And just in time, Zion Boyman, our man, has entered the chat. It's Monday night, and you know what that means.
Hey Zion, quick question. Do we look funny in this camera? We're gonna excuse us while we try to adjust that just a little. There we go.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but yep. I wanted to make sure that we got, full. We wanted to get the full view of our NFC North shirts because we are a few scant days away from football. That's right. The NFL season is bearing down upon us. I believe 2 weeks from this Thursday will be game number 1. Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Baltimore Ravens in the season opener. And our Detroit Lions will be taking on the Los Angeles Rams in a playoff game rematch.
I'm more of a basketball dude. That's fine.
More power to you, Zion. More power to you. But, yep. So, yeah, we're definitely football nuts around here. Our friend, the Gamer Biker, will not be joining us tonight as he's doing some equipment checks, but he will be back with us soon. He is a member of the team, after all. Mm-hmm. But now, yeah, it's season 13. Lucky number 13, or unlucky, depending on your preference. And we're finally hitting the final game of the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, Spirit of Justice. So we're really excited to get this thing kicked off. We're really excited to bring this to you. I think we only have one piece of business left to take care of. Let me go ahead and grab this thing. He helped me out with. So
yeah, we are kicking things off with a little bit of smart water. That's the smart thing to do.
Yep. Makes you smart.
Yeah. You got to capture your bottle or a pin on your can. Go and pull that pin or twist that cap off. Hey, Cannonball, what time is it?
It's time to hydrate.
Damn right, son.
Blade King joins us too. Hi, son.
Blade King.
Hi, sir. Son, what am I talking about?
Sir, welcome to the chat, brother.
All right, hold on. That was a wrong.
Hi, welcome. You're just in time for tea. You hear that? Or is it something else?
That's probably my stomach.
That probably is your stomach. Take a deep breath, my man. You got this. Still confused after last game. You know what?
I know that last time that was a very crazy episode, and probably one of our favorites. It was a great conclusion to a great game. Man, it's crazy. So, man, you thought that was nuts? Strap in, huh?
Live scene.
Oh.
Well, I got to keep that guy.
Why is the screen so small?
Yeah, well, I got to keep this guy in line.
He certainly does. Okay, so we're going to jump right in here.
Gosh, this game looks so good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And don't forget, in September, Miles Edgeworth returns to the silver screen. Let's get into this shit. Absolutely.
2 weeks from Friday, to be exact.
Oh, really? That quick?
Yep.
So it supports an auto-save feature. Let us go forward.
Let's get into this shindig. You betcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Game selection and museum.
Listen to that music one more time. Get up on your feet. All right. So this is a new game. Spirit of Justice. All right, here we go.
Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice.
Good news. The check cleared. It's go time.
Put your tray tables in the upright position. It's story time.
On the western edge of the Far East, lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The Kingdom of Khura'in.
Uh-oh.
Sounds a little
But
wonky.
now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole.
Ruh-roh.
But things like
Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
All right. How about we try that again?
Yeah, okay. Hopefully
New
nothing.
game.
Yeah, hopefully nothing wacko happens after that. I was like, what the hell?
I mean, it's twice. I mean, the third time we're gonna have to reboot the dang thing.
Try it again.
on the
Story
western
time.
edge of the Far East. Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The Kingdom of Khura'in. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Also, the voice is right. I thought it was Sam Riegel, but I'll have to look it up. Ugh. All right. The Foreign Turnabout.
Episode 1 of Season 13. We're finally here.
Let's try this again.
Ooh.
death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on the Twilight Realm.
Lives on in the Twilight Realm.
And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul.
Ooh.
Ow!
Smacked him right in the head. Oh!
This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame.
Why does this guy look like Jesus? He's anti-Jesus.
April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Khura'in. All right, here we go.
Whew. Whew. Finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Khura'in, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. But just look at this place. Get a load of this street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. And that gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of town.
Uh-oh.
Starting to get choppy again. What? Wow.
The audio?
All right, check one. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, there we go.
Well, I'll be a blue-nosed gopher. How about now, Zion? Oh, hang on.
Yeah, bring up voice mod again, because, there we go. Voice box.
Wow. An ox right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. It's quite a crest it has on its head. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes. Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops. Hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. He looks like that Cody kid. Wait a minute. Are you? That's right. I'll be your guide at your service. Oh, man. Ugh, the puns are terrible.
Yep.
I'm a monk in training at Temple Temple, and I'll be your guide around town. It's very nice to meet you. Happy Rocky.
Oh, I'll be your guide.
Yeah, I think it's about to crack. I think it's about to crank out one more time. Yeah, it's going. That pun was ass. Do better.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe. Happy what now? Happy Rocky. That's how we greet people here in Khura'in. It's like hello or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happy Rocky. Yes. My name is Phoenix Wright, and I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler, a stranger in a strange land.
I want to try turning down the music a little bit.
Turn this down?
Yeah, just a little bit. Here.
Okay, maybe. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Khura'in, land of spirit mediums and mystery. And I have a slick suit. You betcha. There's a bit of an echo.
Is it the camera?
Oh, you might still have it on cave, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's bad. Sorry about that. This is for you. To celebrate your arrival. So speaking of mystery, what is this mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Khura'in sweet bun. It's called a magataman, or soul bun.
Is that a magatama cake?
It looks like it to me. It looks pretty damn tasty. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy, it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. I don't know if I want to hang out with King Zant just yet. and points if you get that reference. That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks.
So, it's so good, you die.
I suppose. I think I'll indulge later. That'll be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage. Oh man, he's swindling us. Ugh. I have to pay? I always have plenty of these on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. Oh. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. Stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet.
God damn it.
God damn it. I get it. Yeah. When I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. Does the music still kind of sound wonky, by the way? Or our mics? I mean, just let us know if it's starting to turn into fecal matter again. I told her I'd wait. Not Dayumit, Dwamit. Uh-oh, it's starting to go again. Okay, here you go. This is ridiculous. Dang, Jack. This thing just keeps getting worse and worse by the minute. Let's try this again. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, finally. Okay, so last we heard, he almost forgot to tell us something very important, albeit your guide did, and he said it's about Miss Maya, and she can't come see us for a few days yet. Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. Albie, this is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Ah, shucks, she said that? That sure was nice of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang, look at that. He's got a chip in his tooth.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too. There was one person Maya was worried about. It's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. That girl worries too much. You sure came early to the party, Mr. Wright, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her, too. Oh, well, you know, thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer. Thanks. That would be great. I guess Albie takes his job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights aren't going to see themselves. Yikes, you don't have to shove. First stop, Temple Temple, right there in the center of town. There's something there I really want to show you. Charge! Whoa, look, get a load of this.
April 23rd, 4:45 p.m. Temple Plaza. Another insufferable pun.
Exactly. Ugh, that's bad. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. Why a handbasket? Beats me. It was created by the founder of Khura'in, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday. I read that the people of this country are all adherents of Khura'in. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you want to see when you come to Temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. A dance of devotion has the power to summon forth souls from the Twilight Realm.
Slow it down there, kiddo.
The dance of devotion has the power to summon forth souls from the Twilight Realm. In Khura'in, we believe the souls carried by the sacred Khura'inese butterfly. Its wings form a loop that wraps around the soul to transport it. Hold it. Slow down. I can't remember all of that at once. I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that's sure true. I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see, I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain, so I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 damas for the tour fee. Thank you for your patronage. Ugh. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship, too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country, too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training. And she seemed really interested, too. She listened to my whole speech. Huh. That doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Miss Maya is so kind and nice.
No kidding.
She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
Oh no! What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry to the temple right away! But first, let me give you this lyrics card for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go! But why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's dance of devotion. Her benevolence? Well, strap in, kids. We're going to find out just who that is.
It's
cutscene time.
All right.
Action.
I've got a feeling that the lyrics are going to be very important.
Yeah, so says our...
Here it comes. When dragon and tiger battle.
Yeah, that sounds epic as shit.
The founder offers divine protection.
Uh-oh, what the heck?
What's going on
The
here?
cops are coming.
Really? Oh no.
When the butterfly embraces the Mitama.
That's going to be important.
In this case or in this game?
In this case, I think. Yeah, in this case.
Whoa!
Favor of the orb is bestowed.
What?
I'll be your guy. You're under arrest for treason.
What?
What?
What? What?
What?
What'd he do? What? And why isn't she stopping this?
Oh, oh man, the look of cold in that woman's stare.
Yikes.
Yikes, bro.
It's as if she knew what was going to happen.
April 24th, 10:10 a.m. High Court of Khura'in. Accused lobby.
Let me in! Why won't you let me in?
'Cause you're a foreigner. What business could you have at this court?
I told you, my friend is on trial in there. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason.
Really pigs.
Yeah, oh boy. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial.
The trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here.
Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Tell them I'm a lawyer. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner.
What?
I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway.
What? A lawyer? I can't. That's not possible.
What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right?
What? Get back here, you!
Whew, that was close.
Alex Michael, thanks for liking the stream, brother.
Thank you so much. What's going on here? Oh. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court?
The Divination Seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Guilty!
No!
Just like that?
Just like that.
No way.
What? A verdict already? But the trial only just started. Sir Archibald? Nope. That's his.
Magistrate.
That's his counterpart, the magistrate. Guilty? There's got to be some kind of mistake. Payne? yeah, that dude's back. Please take another look.
Seances performed by Princess Wafer are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities?
I know damn well that ain't Gaspin's ass. No, it sure is, buddy. It sure is. But I didn't.
There he is.
Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Khura'inism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know.
But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you.
Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul.
But... What in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing?
Payne, I'll shove that Twilight Realm up your ass.
Wait a minute. Where is Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong.
Foolish child. Doubting the Divination Seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as Royal Priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul.
As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May Her Holiness grant us her divine favor. Apollo Khura'in.
What? Objection!
What?
Huh? Uh-oh. It's starting to get choppy again. Wait just one moment. You're...
I'm still gonna call him Sir Archibald Sr.
I think that's a good one. In my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright? What are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Huh. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Who on earth are you?
Well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor. Just passing through.
How we doing, Zion? Are we choppy or what? A tourist are you? Habaraki.
Ugh,
But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney?
Defense attorney?
Okay, so I guess our mics are fine, but it's just the music thing.
No, y'all fine, thanks.
Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney.
Wait, what?
Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Khura'in.
You know what?
Time out. I say this is ridiculous.
I say. Now give me a second here.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, yeah, Larry, I would like for y'all to get up under that there desk, grab Geraldo by the throat, and smash his face repeatedly until he is dead. Larry?
I don't think Larry's taking any more calls. Ever.
Okay, here we go.
But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Khura'in. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seances determine all.
That's sketchy.
Archie Sr., you stupid.
What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here?
You would dare mock me, you barbed-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste, or shall I summon the bailiff?
The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he?
I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels.
A bullet or two? No thanks, sister.
At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now hold on! Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this! Albie. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me. You have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guide.
She's hot, but she's scary. Yeah, her benevolence, man.
Yeah, indeed.
There were lots more places I wanted to show you. But it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. Poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do?
You do what you always do. Defend Albie.
I can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner.
If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it.
Objection, Albie. Let me help.
I'll defend him.
Defend him? You can't be serious.
Did you hear that?
Whoa.
Is he out of his mind?
Heaven forbid!
Defend me? Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that.
I most certainly can. Don't worry. I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials.
Yes, he is Archie Sr.
Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright.
You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further.
Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country.
Bailiff, throw this man out.
Hold it.
Hold it! Your Majesty, if you please.
You have something to say, Mr. Payne.
Joke's on you, Judge. I'm not smart. Wait.
Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting, right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right.
Mr. Whoever you are.
Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler?
That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him.
That's Payne, asswipe.
Yeah, that asswipe Payne.
Yeah.
He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before.
Heavens to Betsy!
Why does somebody foreign use that word, heavens to Betsy? What? Mr. Wright, you're a defense attorney?
What? Trying to tell me?
A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock.
You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. Guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here.
Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country?
Objection! That's my thing, Rafe. I'm the only one who says heavens to Betsy.
Right, that's our line.
But Mr. Payne, I have already made the ruling on this case.
Call it nostalgia, if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try.
Not our Minnie.
No, not our, mine. Okay, we acquiesce.
But I have a previous engagement, you see. A class together with the missus.
Oh, stop it.
Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom.
A score? Has it 20 years? What's the deal with this country?
Damn indeed.
Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick.
As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself.
Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality.
Every eventuality? What is he talking about?
There. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Payne. Sorry for not remembering you earlier.
That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I'm also known in this country.
I want to pull a Medea on Payne.
Yeah, me too. This guy's hair can just go away.
And you'll see soon enough just why that is when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law.
You're an incredible pain in the ass. He sure is. Yeah, he definitely is.
Jeez. Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery?
Just you watch. That defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can't bet on it.
Get him, Chief Prosecutor. Crush that defense devil.
This is way more lawyer hate than even back home.
Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne.
Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room of Tempul Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room.
Wish they added new animations for Phoenix like they did Payne.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
The dead body of Mr. Pat Roll, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure.
To kill a guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act.
I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo.
Roll's autopsy report added to the court record.
Time of death is around noon. His head shows signs of being hit with a blunt object.
Crime photo added to the court record.
The temple's treasure room. The body was discovered at the base of the stairs to the altar.
It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable.
Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out myself by looking in the court record. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne.
Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing a sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation.
Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown.
Is this treasure really such a valuable object?
How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is. Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the mitama, of the Holy Mother.
Ooh, what the heck is it doing? What the heck is it doing in here then?
Who knows?
Yikes. Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt.
You don't believe it, do you?
Of course I believe it. Something tells me I'd better play along.
This kind of a reference is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much.
Your Honor? Your Majesty?
What is it now?
This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something?
Of all the outlandish requests, you defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale.
He's beginning awfully angry with me. And are those veins popping out of his forehead?
It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright.
I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too.
For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people.
Treasure box added to the court record.
Forced open and its contents stolen, the average person can only see it in this newspaper article.
It's been crackling again.
Yep, snap, crackle, pop.
Welp, I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
Actually, I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, hold up.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And us.
Culprit is accused.
So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure.
What's up with the sign language? No, that was just me counting off. No, it's okay. The accused's family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his ascetic training.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume.
What? No, I do have questions.
Even more? But you just asked a bunch.
Excellent, my ass.
I'll make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes.
What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know more about?
The weapon. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it.
How utterly reprehensible, using the sacred treasure box for murder.
Why doesn't Edgeworth or Payne have pointing animations?
I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Well, actually, Edgeworth did this a couple times.
Something like that.
The accused, and Payne just doesn't point because he's weak. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside.
Treasure box updated in the court record.
The murder weapon, all that stuff. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think it would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head.
Edgeworth's point is just arrogant.
Ah, a very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you.
I mean the type of pointing Phoenix does isn't like, I gotcha.
I see. Well, no, Edgeworth's stance of I gotcha is him doing this. Or this. He does point to his own head. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accuser's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there is anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. Very well. In that case, I find the accused.
Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit?
I told you, I have plans to attend to, and... I'm late! It's already started! How did the time fly by so fast?
He's still stuck on that?
We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant.
Chirp, chirp.
No,
chirp. The shrug thing is just arrogance. I'm talking about the objection point he does in Ace Attorney investigations. Why doesn't he do it in the Phoenix Wright games?
Maybe he doesn't need to. But that's a good question.
Huh? Did I say something funny?
Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that?
What? What do you mean, what do I mean?
I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years.
Should I even be surprised anymore?
Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story.
Is that really necessary?
Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty, though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say.
Can I do the pain like Shao Kahn did to Kung Lao in Mortal Kombat?
It depends on what it was, but get it done and snap his goddamn neck. Well, hold on.
Nah.
Oh, how kind of you, your royal painness.
Very well. As long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway.
In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Oh, but before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections?
Go for it, Your Majesty.
This has gotten ridiculous, hasn't it, man? Gotta hydrate.
Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would.
I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide, too.
Why me? Now, where were we?
Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty.
Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add.
Sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind.
Well, the defense had better get to it. And make it quick, if you please.
The defense? Mr. Wright,
I didn't know you were a lawyer.
well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right.
You tricked me.
What?
Huh?
What?
If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Magataman I gave you yesterday. Albie, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me. You disgust me.
Now even Albie's against me. But why?
This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client.
What indeed, Zion?
Indeed.
Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony.
Traitor? No.
The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time.
All right.
All right. Time for a little witness testimony. It's crackling again.
Yep. Actually, hang on a second. Before we even go any further, I'm going to do this one more time.
Check 1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Ready.
I didn't kill Mr. Roll. I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Khura'inese butterfly on it.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
How do you even know about that?
When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route.
Were you well acquainted with the victim?
Yes, He used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid, too, you know. I bet Albie looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard, but at least that way he could still stay on at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. Sounds like his circumstances and Albie's were very similar. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that?
Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accuser's account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion.
But your majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet.
That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is all about.
A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is? What fresh hell is this?
I really do wish I could remember how it works.
Should I give the judge a refresher on the cross-examination?
Might as well.
Might as well. I guess I'd better, or we'll never get anywhere. Your Majesty, please allow me to explain the procedure. First, we lawyers listen carefully to a witness's testimony. Then we use present to open the court record and examine the evidence.
And why would you do that?
To find and present any evidence that's inconsistent with the statements given.
But present? I certainly don't need any gifts from you.
Oh, God. Clearly, something is getting lost in translation with His Majesty. The point is, it's possible that a statement could contain a lie or a mistake.
But what do you do if you can't find any inconsistencies in a witness's testimony?
In that case, we may press the witness for more information. Pressing a statement might reveal new information or even entirely new statements.
Presenting evidence is one thing, but pressing witnesses? I'll have you know, defense, that I do not allow violence in my courtroom.
We're not literally pressing him, you dumbass.
Oh my God.
Rest assured, only gentle verbal pressure is used. No physical force involved.
Well, I'm not convinced. After all, who knows what sort of tactics an attorney will resort to? One false move and I'll call the bailiff.
Yeah, something's definitely getting lost in there. For now, I should just focus all of my energy on questioning Albie and comparing his statements with the information in the court record.
All right, then.
Here we go.
Cross-examination time. A little bit of CPU usage, too. Maybe that's it.
That could be it.
The accuser's account.
I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Khura'in's butterfly on it.
Question, though. How in the hell do you even know about this?
Yeah, because, I mean, if you take a look at these photos, they're black and white.
Yeah.
Objection!
Objection! Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? So you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box. Is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Ah!
That bad.
Hold on. His bag. Did it just move?
Polkonka!
I beg your pardon? Polkanka is a word in Khura'inese that people use when they're surprised.
You just exposed a lie. So this is the power of cross-examination, is it?
I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding.
But just a moment. If the accused was lying, then that just makes them more suspicious than ever.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
This just makes things worse for me than ever.
Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth.
Darn. I just can't seem to get him to open up to me.
So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't. Objection! That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof.
He does?
This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Supposed to prove.
It's supposed to prove. The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Where is it? It's not here! I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed. You must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim.
Notice
added to the court record.
Notice from the day of the incident, the defendant's fingerprints were found on it.
You know something? He's smuggling an animal on that thing. I guarantee it.
It has to be. I think so.
What's moving?
No. Then that means Albie was there on the day of the incident?
So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself.
Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty.
He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it.
How was any of that supposed to help the accused?
Say, I told you they can't trust lawyers and their lies.
The benevolence already said the kid's guilty.
Don't declare him guilty. Get it over with.
No. Everything's going all wrong. Shadu, what do I do?
As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever.
No, you're wrong.
But armed as we are with our benevolence's insight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt.
Then I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers.
By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict.
Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this Divination Seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have the right to check it.
Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife.
I guess you really did give him the business.
Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance.
You do? Why is that, Mr. Payne?
One more time, guys.
Yeah, more cracking. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah.
You do? Why is that, Mr. Payne?
Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy?
Well, now.
I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife.
It certainly does sound worth seeing. And it'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus.
I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit.
Well, foreign interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going.
The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold, blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him.
All right, let's see what this is all about.
I think this is part 2 of the whole trial.
There she is, her benevolence.
Your benevolence, Wraith of Apollo Khura'in. Thank you for coming all this way once again.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Bob-headed attorney.
Yes?
I am told you question the veracity of the sacred Divination Seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you.
I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie.
You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality.
What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story?
How dare you speak to our benevolence in that manner?
Well, did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked to her benevolence?
What does he know about anything? Ignorant outsider? He won't stand for it. He must be punished.
Yikes. It's like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him!
Silence, one and all.
Is she standing up for me?
Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion.
Well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought.
Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over.
All right, I take that back.
None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways.
Now then, your benevolence. The divination seance, if you would.
Certainly. Nina, my robe.
I think the voice actors will take it from there. All right, Rafa, take it away.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Maddie! How's it going?
Thanks for joining the chat. You're just in time for the Divination Seance. By the way, Maddie, we've had problem after problem with this stream, so we had to, like, fix it.
We had to do a couple different things.
Well, anyways, now we're going to see that dance of devotion in action. Here we go. I have to imagine that there was a lot of choreography behind the scenes.
All right. Well, I mean, there's that song again, too.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm going to have to look at those lyrics again.
And here we go. For the first time in our history of this series, it's time for the Divination Seance. We look at the victim's last moments before death. It goes something like this. Incense. The song of ceremony. Boy's voice.
Incense?
Boy's voice. It's a blackout and then pain.
He's holding the thing over his head. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool.
A final message from the victim's soul, the last communication of his Mitama. The Divination Seance has revealed this to us.
Her benevolence can use her power of spirit communion to project a victim's memories of the last few moments before their demise.
So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced?
In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it.
This looks bad for Albie. Really, really bad. Hi, Alex.
Alex, thanks for joining the chat again, brother.
Now, do you see why I'm the incredible pain?
More than I can express. But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them?
There it is. There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty?
Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. Now, are you finally convinced, Traveler? The accused is most assuredly guilty.
Am I really the only unbiased one here?
Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you.
What? What the hell is that?
We are so that we missed your stream last week.
Hey, that's okay. It's all good.
Sorry, yeah, no problem.
Yep, you can always view it in the archives.
Exactly, yes.
You'll be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs.
The Defense Culpability Act? What's that?
What? You mean you honestly don't know?
No. Oh, you done fucked up now, homeboy.
What's with all the hubbub?
Well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him.
Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he.
Whoa, what? What kind of bass-backwards country is this?
What?
What? What kind of insane law is that?
Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney.
That's as it should be. The history of our courts proves that attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
No.
I've never felt so much hostility coming at me from so many sides. What could have happened to make everyone feel this way?
You fell right into my trap, Phoenix Wright. Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. With the Seance and the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge.
So that's why he was so eager to have me defend Albie.
Chased out and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothills of Khura'in. I thank my lucky stars that I'm chief prosecutor here now.
Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too.
That explains Albie's reaction earlier.
Defend me? Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that! Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life.
Yes, I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do it one more time.
gotta fix it.
Check. Let's
yep.
go.
The death penalty?
No way!
You're kidding, right, Your Majesty?
Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life and your dark tainted soul on the line here.
Death? This can't be happening.
The Courts of Resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate.
Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused?
Maya to think of in all this, too. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do?
Continue the defense.
Keep going.
Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place?
To help. Oops.
To help those with no one on their side. I can't just abandon everything I believe in.
Call back to Turnabout Goodbyes.
Yep.
All I can do now is stand firm and fight.
Well, don't hold your tears back on my account, Felix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor, for your life.
Objection!
Objection!
Ugh. Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act,
I will defend Albie.
What? But Mr. Wright! The defendant insists he's innocent, and not even a divination seance should be accepted without examination.
Polkaga!
But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too! Even knowing that, you still want to defend me? I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars, so I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. Huh? So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it.
Bob-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your bob jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes.
Your benevolence? Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insights out.
That's enough! Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm.
Whoa, hey!
Not a wise move, Traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads.
Death! Jesus.
The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give them messages of voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it.
All right, here we go. Insight. This is Rafa's insight.
The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. Murder after the morning dance of devotion?
Okay.
These are the victim's experiences just before his death.
As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down?
Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance's vision?
Yes.
Come to think of it, I did see words, like Song of Ceremony and Incense.
The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all is laid bare in the pool of souls.
So what Mr. Roll experienced with his 5 senses appears in the vision as words, right?
Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity.
Works for me. I could use all the extra information I can get. Now to find a contradiction between her insights and the seance vision.
Your Benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision vision again.
Very well.
All right, then. It's getting a little choppy.
Incense. Is hearing the song or the voice? Oh, pain.
Wait a minute. Her benevolence said after the morning dance of devotion earlier, didn't she? Isn't there something off about that?
The accused swung whatever he was holding down to the victim's head.
First I'll use left and right on the sticks to make my way to the insight that seems off. Yes, this is the insight that sounded funny. Now I'll just carefully compare this insight with the seance vision. If I notice the sensation seems contradictory, I'll select it.
Is there a way you can pause this? Okay. What does story mode tell us?
This is it. This is it. This is the part of the vision that contradicts the insight. Now I just select the sensation I think is inconsistent and then present it.
Sound.
It's a sound, so. Hold on. So, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oops. Check 1, check 2. Hey, there we go.
Much better. Well, we're not hearing the music.
Okay. I think we're getting ready. We're ready here. So this is going to be a little challenging, but let's try it. And guys, can you guys hear us? That's the most important thing. I mean, that microphone's not going to do any good for you. I mean, it might be coming through here. I'm not sure. Let's try it though. All right. Still. Great, Alex. Thank you. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion? So it's either the song or the incense. But I think it's the sound. Objection! Wait just a moment.
Yes? What is it, Bobhead?
You're saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right?
That's right. What of it?
Then isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the Song of Ceremony?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
No.
Is that all that troubles you?
Huh?
What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony.
Practice run? What are you talking about?
Mr. Payne, if you would.
Certainly. Allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Now, just leave that in there.
Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement.
I see. So what the victim heard was that practice session.
There goes my contradiction.
All right, now I'm going to try something.
Okay, check one. Check number two. Yep. Check number one. Check number one. Check number two. I hear you. Yes, very much so. Line, speakers.
Blinds, please. Okay.
Blinds closed.
And check one, check two. Okay, let's go. Okay, so they were practicing in this performance hall. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing.
However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me.
Ask away, your majesty.
It's a big temple. The performance hall and treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room?
He's right. It is a very big temple. Well, how about it, Mr. Payne?
Your majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of Temple, including the treasure room.
Oh, that's right.
Speakers? For what purpose?
Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple.
That's why the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony in the seance vision. It was the practice run going on in the performance hall, heard over the speakers.
Thank you for your explanation, your benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me.
Think nothing of it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us?
Very well.
Insight, revise. The accused swung whatever was... The song and ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple speakers.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out an inconsistency, she'll update her insights accordingly. So if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all of her insights out after all. I'd better find another inconsistency, no matter how small.
Alright, here we go. The accused...
It's a bit hard to focus on the insights with the seance vision going. I'll try using pause to temporarily stop the vision. There, I paused the vision. I think I can use the circle and square buttons to jump to different parts of the vision. I'll try moving the Matama mark to the flashing red panel there.
Okay. Right there.
Okay, now that I know how to get around seance visions, it's time to find inconsistencies between the insights and the vision.
Alright. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Yeah, pause. Look left or something. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head.
We can't see what he was doing.
Are you able to go? Okay. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life.
Objection!
Objection! You're saying the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct?
Of course, as anyone with eyes can see.
Well, pardon me, but I must disagree.
What?
Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain.
Oh,
Everything goes black, and then, only after that, the victim feels pain.
inconceivable.
This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened.
My word.
Oh, God, your benevolence. What is the meaning of this?
I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy.
If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I am afraid this contradiction is something we simply can't ignore.
Objection!
Objection! Now, let's not be too hasty, your majesty. I think I can clear this up.
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear. And that would be? On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind. Or rather, you knew all along and are only letting it slip now that it's convenient, Payne. The power outage knocked out both the lights and the speakers.
Oh, there was a blackout there, was there? Well now, that explains everything, does it not?
What do you mean, your benevolence? Please share your thoughts with us, if you would.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, The accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head.
I see. That makes perfect sense, Your Benevolence.
So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, Your Benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone.
Well done. Long may you live and prosper.
Hey, I want to live long and prosper too.
Shout out to Mr. Spot.
Enough applause. You flatter me.
Now, Your Benevolence, in light of this new information,
Yes, of course. I will alter my insight.
Insight revised. The accused with the pain. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. The song of ceremony the victim heard was of the practice run through the temple speakers.
So much for my inconsistency. At least I was able to draw out some new info. And with new info comes a chance to find new inconsistencies. Now to compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up.
Those divination seances are hard, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Accused swung when he was holding on to the victim's head. Used the stick to go to the next statement or something. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. The song of ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple speakers.
Okay, what's this incense here?
One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began.
No, hang on. Hang on.
Objection!
Objection! Nope. There's an inconsistency between this insight and the victim's memories.
An inconsistency, you say? And where exactly do you see this supposed inconsistency?
yes, Defense, please be specific.
Well, I don't know how specific I can be exactly, but I just get the vague feeling that something doesn't quite add up. You know?
No, I don't know, but I do know you're skating on thin ice, Defense. By your leave, Your Benevolence.
Do it.
Penalty.
And here I thought I was skating so gracefully on that ice, too. I'm pretty sure this is the insight that's off. I guess I better take another look at which sensation to point out. I better check the victim's last memories carefully from beginning to end, and look for a sensation that's inconsistent with this insight.
What does story mode tell us?
No, I know where I fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Objection!
Objection!
I think you got it.
Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible.
Infallible.
You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Khura'inism.
Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind.
It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking.
What malarkey?
I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then, how do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went out?
Oh,
This contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible!
What are you saying? that the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation.
But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall.
Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless...
You mean to say...
Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere closer to the performance hall. What?
You can't be serious.
There is a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined.
What? No.
This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights? Unbelievable.
Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it.
But the defense's assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of the murder.
Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand.
Hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie.
I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why the accused had his hands up over his head.
Well, this defense dares to dream.
Making it out of this nightmare alive.
You what?
You still insist on trying to tear down my insights, do you? You better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find you are just wagging it.
Of course I can back up my claim.
Just as soon as I think of something.
You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim, as long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop?
Yes. Let's have the bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop, chop.
Stop!
I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one.
Yikes! These people are actually serious. I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think! Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have held his hands up like that? Aha! So that's why.
The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo.
What explains why Albie had his hands raised above his head?
The gun in the holster.
Take that!
Take that! As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see such a thing?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest.
Oh, are you saying?
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie, and that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air.
Okanka!
Oh, she fainted.
Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way?
This is not possible. It can't be.
Not bad for a total knockout.
How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence?
He's no better than that traitor snake Dirk.
Traitorous snake? Dirk? Who's that?
No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights? There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it.
That's right, Your Benevolence, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately for lese majesty. What?
Yeah, you said it. Throw him in jail.
Yes, make him pay for the way he disrespected her benevolence. Ugh, these people are definitely not my fans right now.
That's right. Exterminate him.
Annihilate!
They're saying it.
Peace. Give me peace. I said peace. Now, everyone, please calm down.
Is he?
Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney a suitable punishment.
No, I can't charge him with lese majesty.
What?
What? But why not, Your Majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that.
But Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap this trial up quickly? Why not just give your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife.
We can't end the trial now, not when we just learned new information about the case.
What?
Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction?
Truly, it is shocking. In the 20-plus years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency, and it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law.
You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer?
No, my faith is as strong as ever. But I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, Your Benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not.
What? I'll have you know.
Your Benevolence!
Huh?
Please acquiesce in this, Your Benevolence.
If looks could kill.
I won't forget this offense, Bobhead. I do not admit defeat. I won't.
Bailiff, please see Her Benevolence out!
Your Mitama will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the balls right off your stupid head. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful. And I hope they throw you into a lake of burning fire, yeah? And then?
And away she goes.
I guess she's still just a teenager after all.
Now then, defense. Mr. Wright, was it?
That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright.
Of course, Mr. Wright. My apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yes, but not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court.
So it's been just 2 hours.
I understand, Your Majesty. Whew. Maybe now we can finally run a real trial.
Arguments, Your Majesty? Very well. I accept your challenge.
Huh? What's with him?
Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just too hilarious.
What's so funny, Mr. Payne?
The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him in his case instead.
What do you mean by that, prosecutor?
I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor.
Yes, because that's the thing to focus on right now.
The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused?
Oh,
Oh, indeed. Because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation.
What? Does sound pretty logical, actually.
It doesn't help the accused the situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty.
yes, I have to agree.
Allow me to spell out this truth the defense didn't bother to think through. Mr. Rowe came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure room. Ugh. A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that.
After all that hard work to knock down those insights. Backed into the old familiar corner once more.
Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal?
Drawing a total blank here.
I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold.
I asked you a question, defense.
I got nothing. I can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing to do at this point is ask the defendant himself what happened. I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not.
Albie? Will you tell us what really happened? You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap, and you'll only dirty your own soul. Ugh! Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry.
Why? Why won't he trust me? Is this it? Is this the end for both of us? Maya, I'm sorry. I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, would actually believe in me, would risk his own life for me. I never would have even imagined it. Albie. So, that's why I lied. To try and save myself. But I'm not gonna lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm gonna believe in you too. What? Allow me to explain! Whoa. Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things. To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box.
Even though the temple told you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it?
Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. But that box is so beautiful. The way it glows in the dark, I couldn't help myself. Wait, it glows in the dark? That's right. It's covered in a special mineral called fluorite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours of the temple if they did? Only he applied such passion to telling me the truth earlier. Treasure box updated in the court record.
The murder weapon. It was forced open and its contents were stolen. Glows in the dark.
On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again, when I ran into Mr. Roll on the Great Stairs.
So those were not the treasure room stairs in the seance vision.
No, they were the Great Stairs that connect to the hallway. Makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs. Temple diagram added to the court record.
Diagram depicting the temple treasure room area.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it.
What?
Hang on a second. Do I get the sense that maybe it was the real killer in disguise?
No, I don't think so.
I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had a scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out, so I took that chance to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life. Even now, when I try to think back on it, all I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll. Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room, along with Mr. Roll's body.
That had to have been the real culprit.
Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs? What is it, Albie? I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said. What? I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me. A grand speech. One that confirmed my suspicions that you were the thief.
Objection!
Objection! It's possible the victim simply misread the situation. Objection! Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused. Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating? Shadow! What do I do, Shadow? And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hands? In the course of his rounds, the victim must have noticed that the treasure had been stolen. And then just after that, he ran into the accused, "I'll be your guide." No, that's not what happened. Therefore, the one who stole the treasure and killed the victim can be none other than the accused. Oh, there's a dog.
What in the world? How could this be?
What now? Oh, so Shadow's the name of the dog. Hey, Shadow, down, boy.
Well, what do we have here?
I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow.
You nearly gave me a heart attack.
So that's what was making his bag move. Can you quiet that yappy mutt down? Shadow says that Mr. Roll made a mistake. You can understand him? Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense.
I beg your pardon? You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are you?
Of course not, Your Majesty. Not this time, anyway.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I thought I had to reassess my assessment of your sanity for a second there.
I think I'd better reassess my strategy, and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim or were sunk. Well, while it's true that the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at that time.
If you're going to go that far, then I hope this means you have another angle of approach ready.
Exactly. I mean, who but the accused, standing front and center, could have done it? Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than conjecture.
Okay, come on, Phoenix. I know I can think up something convincing. Where else could the victim have been struck from?
From behind.
Take that! With the defendant standing in front of the victim, isn't it possible that the victim could have been struck from behind?
From behind, you say? I see. Yes, I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Good. Now at least I have some breathing room.
But who do you suppose it could have been?
Oh, the true culprit. Naturally, the one who actually committed the theft and murder.
The true culprit? And I suppose you have a true timeline of events to go along with that?
Should have known I'd have to explain everything. All right, if we assume the true culprit struck the victim from behind, then that means... After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other end of the hallway.
You're grasping at straws, Mr. Wright. Admit it. You have nothing but baseless conjecture.
I'm gonna look for something to base it on right now. Albie, when you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area? I don't know. There might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the ends of the hallway. Okay. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the ends of that hallway. I see. Swing and a miss. Oh! Shadow says that someone was there. I see. Thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person, but that doesn't mean the true culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway.
Objection! Your desperate floundering is getting hard to watch. But I will enjoy watching you sink.
What are you talking about?
Unfortunately for you, only the accused and the victim were there in that hallway at the time of the incident.
How can you continue to make that assertion?
Because there was a witness, a very reliable eyewitness.
That had to be him.
What? Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call its witness to the stand.
Calling an eyewitness to the stand? It's been decades since that's happened.
And unlike the defense's witness, you can rest assured that there are no pets involved.
That was a low blow.
Very well. I'll allow it. And now for something we've not heard in quite some time. Bring the witness to the stand.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's this bastard.
Yep, that's the killer.
That's the guy.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Please let me understand the name. I'm like Temple's head monk. Can you dig?
Can you say that again?
Peas, loving, understanding. So it's pop quiz. What are the 3 principles of a Buddhist faith?
Peace, love, and understanding.
That's the pun.
Oh my
God. This is terrible.
Not to mention the fact that this guy talks like a hippie.
Oh, if it isn't Instructor Understanding, you're the eyewitness?
Instructor?
Not only is Mr. Understanding Temple's head monk, but he's also a renowned Damlan expert.
Sorry to have to ask, but what's a Damelan?
Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenader, my one and only. Groovy, right? But you heard our sultry sounds once before, brother.
I'm just gonna word that out.
When Dragon and Tiger battle.
That's the song from the Dance of Devotion. So that's what the guy heard. It wasn't a performance problem. He was singing it.
Wow.
But why?
Why?
Why would you do that if you're going to kill somebody?
I don't
you
know.
dumbass.
I don't know.
Right on, brother. The Song of Ceremony. Playing this tune together is a precious gig for me and my girl there, you dig?
The Song of Ceremony. Song that was playing at the time of the murder.
Oh, Holy Mother. May the righteous sounds of my Damelan serve as my offering to you.
Wonderful. A great performance, as always.
This is my thing, you know. My bag. I make instruments speak, baby. By the by, Mad Street Pops. No demonic class today?
No. I'm afraid this trial has gone into overtime. Thanks to the lawyer over there.
The class judge wanted to attend was a Damelan lesson?
Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust a lawyer, man. The transgressions against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Understanding. As the treasure's keeper, you must have been shocked to learn it had been stolen.
Yeah, man. That was not cool.
Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, Mr. Understanding?
That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key. And I keep it on me at all times. Can you dig?
So he's the only one who could have possibly opened it. But why would he steal it?
I don't know.
But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. Total bummer, man.
I don't buy that for 1 second. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it?
You know it, baby. It's called the Magatama key. And it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at Temple.
The Magatama key, huh? Magatama key added to the court record.
Sole key for opening the treasure box. Understanding keeps on this person at all times.
And now someone's jacked the treasure on my watch. It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever gonna face her holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb.
Why do I always get the far out ones?
Mr. Understanding, you witnessed the accused and the victim heading to the treasure room.
You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor.
Would you please give the court your testimony regarding what you saw?
To bring justice against the transgressor, man. Yes, of course. I'll do all I can. In the name of holiness, I vow to sing. Not but the truth I swear to bring. Hit me.
I'm sorry, but Clavier Gavin's a better musician than you, buddy. Witness testimony time. What I saw, baby. After the morning dance of devotion, to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Don't you know my chamber's on the way? To the temple's treasure room? Hey, hey.
I should go back to my chamber. Can we just take a look at something here?
The diagram?
Where's his chamber? It's over there. But it's not on the way to the treasure room, you dumbass.
No, it's not. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone in the treasure room goes near. I'll be with the only one. I'll be with the only one. Before the blackout, one other than roll. Only I'll be to the treasure room did stroll. It's getting kind of choppy here.
Yeah.
Tell me I was hallucinating just now.
Like, can you believe Mr. Rope bit the big one after that? Harsh, man. Oh, you want to cut this thing off and then come back next week or so?
Check one.
Check number one. Check number one. Check number two. Okay. Ready to rock.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
I share your sentiments. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you, Mr. Understanding? Hang on.
Time out. Okay, check one, check two, yep.
Check 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Easy. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you, Mr. Understated?
What? You found the body as well?
He really is a key witness then.
That's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circuit box is near my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job. You feel me?
The breakers are in the first floor hallway, in front of the storeroom.
On the way, I got a whiff of something funky. Blood, man. Really harsh my mellow. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. And it was like, whoa, man. It was poor Mr. Roll, dead as a doornail.
Temple diagram updated in the court record.
Diagram depicting the temple treasure room area.
Okay, you know what? Hey, hold on.
In the interval between the end of the dance of devotion and the blackout, the only ones who went to the scene of the crime were the victim and the accused.
All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going back to the menu. We're going to save our progress. And we're going to reboot this thing. All right?
All right. Be right back.
Yep. So sit tight.